Welcome everyone. This is Mike from ZozoStockWatch.com, and I just wanted to do a brief video for this Christmas day. Markets will be opening tomorrow, Tuesday. So just wanted to wish everybody happy holidays and Merry Christmas. Tomorrow the markets do open for Tuesday. In Canada, the markets are closed for Boxing Day. So Tuesday will be a holiday in Canada, but the markets will be open in the United States, and I think they're closed in some parts of Europe also for Boxing Day, probably in England. I'm not sure about the other countries like France and whatnot. But so anyway, Canada, there'll be no trading, and United States will be open. But I would think that it's going to be kind of a quiet, sluggish type of day as traders start to come back or remain on holiday until after the New Year's. But I'll throw a list together for the stocks to watch. Let's go ahead and check out some news here, courtesy of the trade exchange. CZR had some news Friday after the bell. Let's see if that did anything. CZR, Caesars Entertainment, not too much. Announces completion of Harrah's last Las Vegas sale. Then we had some insider purchases that came out Friday after the bell, courtesy of the trade exchange, and that Form 4 on MERC. A little bit of a pop there in MERC. Also, ABG Form SC13G filed by Morgan Stanley, 5.3% stake on ABG. Let's see, another insider purchase here on PSEC. So quite a few insider purchases here on PSEC. I've been seeing them, since a couple of weeks now, and so that stock ticked up a little bit in the after hours on that insider. BFS Form S3, so that's a mixed shelf BFS, and that stock not really doing much after hours. And let's see, what else do we have? AVA requests lower natural gas prices. And then we had KLXI. So very slow news that came out after the bell on Friday, as you can imagine, going into the holiday weekend. Giga had some news, departure of CEO, CVNA Form S13G filed, CVNA, I believe that's, Carvana. Not really doing much in the after hours there. RLGY, let's check that out. Form SC13G filed by Eshaw and Company, 5% stake. And then let's see what else. AEZS update on litigation against David Dodd. So let's see. AEZS, ZS, not really doing much Friday after the bell. And let's see. SAEX announces commencement of exchange offering. So SAEX, that had a big pop. It's an oil name, had a big pop on Friday. And let's see, IRDM. This came out on Saturday. This news reaches its halfway point with 4 successful launch on IRDM. And then Sunday, I saw some news on Apple. Taiwan supplier says Apple cuts iPhone X sales forecast. So that just came out on I guess Monday morning here. Apple says cuts iPhone X sales forecast, so that might affect Apple on the open on Tuesday for Apple. All right, so that's some news, once again, courtesy of the trade exchange. We'll go ahead and look at the calendar. From what I can see, there's really no earnings for next week at all. Markets obviously closed today. We do have some numbers coming out from Japan tonight. All right, so some Asian numbers from Asia tonight from Japan. Then Tuesday, the 26th, 10 o'clock, investors' confidence. Also, Richmond Fed Manufacturing Index at 10 o'clock, 10:30 Dallas Fed Manufacturing Survey. Then we also have numbers coming out of Japan again and China Tuesday night. Japan 6:30 household spending, 8:30 China industrial profits. Then Wednesday, MBA mortgage applications. Just the regular numbers coming out at 10 o'clock. Consumer confidence, pending home sales at 10 for Wednesday the 27th. 4:30 the API crude numbers will be coming out. Then numbers again from Asia. And then on Thursday we're going to get the oil numbers coming out at 10:30. Nat gas numbers coming out at 10:30 also. All right, so nat gas and petroleum numbers coming out. And that's pretty much it for Thursday. And then Friday, we have a couple of numbers coming out at 9:45, 1 o'clock Baker Hughes. And then we go into the new year. So not any companies reporting earnings. And then we start heading into the new year, into January and 2018. So, there'll probably be a very quiet week ahead. I'm thinking most likely I'll just trade in the morning, look for a few swing trades, things like that. But you're probably for day trading, you're probably going to get the first couple of hours, maybe an hour and a half. Then things will quiet down, I would imagine. And I would imagine a lot of the small caps will make some moves. Early on, and then everything will be quiet in the afternoon as traders, as we get through the week, traders will be starting to hit the road and traveling again. All right, so some of our top gainers for trading day Friday were RXDX, FTFT, Party City, PRTY, XPO, top gainer for Friday, WPRT, CBIO, LITB, FMI, CLS, sorry, two L's in that, AUY, gold name there, and SCG. And then to the downside, you can see PETS, CCIH, CAMP, Gene, XIN, AMD, SHAC, DCIX, Nike, CTAS, and CVS. And then for your unusual call activity from Friday markets, TRXC, AKS, JD, GLNG, NRG, HLT, NEPT, SLV, AES, and then to the put side, unusual put activity, HASI and QEP, and that's also courtesy of the trade exchange on that information there. Some of your best stocks for the week that passed, we'll go ahead and do that, and then we'll get into the stocks to watch list. Keep it very brief for the video today. Let's see, some of the best stocks, and I'll switch over to a weekly chart. All right, let me just get set up here. 1 second. Sorry about that. All right, so some of your best stocks, and we'll look at a weekly chart real fast. LFIN, all right, that stock was up 86% on that name. NXTD, stock up 265% for the week. NETE, stock up 224%. LT, because they became a blockchain, changing their name, and also I guess the focus of the company there, up almost 192% for the week. SGLB, that stock was up 161%. FTFT, up 186% for the week. TYME, nice pop there in that name, up 87%. CCIH, up 75% for the week. LENS, nice pop there, up 81%. RXDX, like I mentioned earlier, was up 76%. I think they have a deal with Roche, and so RXDX up big on that news. And then MLNK, ups, MLNK, sorry about that. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. MLNK up 76% for the week. SSC, another blockchain stock, up 27%. An oil name that I mentioned earlier, SAEX. This stock was up 71% for the week. You know, small stock coming up off $1. Definitely going to be on our watch list. I'll show you that watch list in a minute. WTW had a nice pop, up 11% as folks, you know, start to make their New Year's resolutions. So Weight Watchers popped for 11%. MYO, another small name, popped 42%. Meat, MEET. Also a nice gainer, 37% gain. FATE, a nice gainer, up 34%. Mark had a nice week, up 29% on Mark. Looks like it's trying to maybe break out there on the weekly chart on Mark. CBIO, nice pop, up 26%. ERJ, excuse me. This one, possible takeover candidate from Boeing. ERJ was up 23%. IMMU, nice pop there, up 20%. PRTY, we spoke about that from Friday, up 14%. XPO, big pop in that name, up 16% for the week. GRVY, quietly moving up 13%. Don't hear much about this one, but beautiful daily chart holding the 10 SMA. Nice pop on Friday there, and nice continuation move out of consolidation on a Gravity Company. Alcoa made a nice move this week, up 17%. CENX also in that sector. Aluminum, 15% gainer. STLD, a steel name, up 9%. Ex-US Steel up 10%. IO, an oil name, had a big pop, up 45% on IOCERC. Nice gainer there, up 56%, a biotech name. And then lastly, for the best of, CLF having a decent week, coming up off the bottom here, back over the 10 SMA on CLF, up 10% for the week. And then, you know, there weren't really that many terrible stocks this week. Some of the worst ones were XNet. All right, another one of these blockchain that was down 16%. LCI, bio, drug manufacturer, down 13% there. CBI down 8%. CCCR, triple CR took a hit this week, down 56% on that name. YTEN also taking a 39% hit. Wing, a restaurant stock, down 6%. ZLab down 14%. PETZ also took a hit, down 19%, almost 20% there. GNC, vitamins and retailer, down 24%. GLUU, glue, gaming, sorry. GLUU down 19% for the week. Let's just take a quick look at Zynga, and that was down not as much as GLUU, down 19% there on glue. Mara, blockchain stock, down 23%. DPW, which was running quite a bit, taking a break here, down 20%. PXS, a shipper, which made big moves, down 8% for the week, 8%. HAIR, recent IPO, trending down 11% on that. Mankind also down 14% there. GROW, connected with Bitcoin, down 29%. OHGI had a big pop, giving it back now, down 18% there. ATXI, also down 19% there, drug manufacturer. And then lastly, AGRX, biotech drug manufacturing name, down 47% for the week on AGRX. So that's some of your worst stocks for the week. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the watch list for Tuesday. Remember, it's probably going to be limited volume. Canada markets are closed, etc. But we'll have a little bit of a watch list here. ADOM, auto parts name, 1.4 million shares, trying to break out over that $4 level, over the 50 SMA on ADOM. And that always makes me want to look at SORL also, as you can see, kind of basing consolidating here on SORL. So keep your eye on this one too. It needs to get over this $8 area. Maybe a possible swing trade in SORL if that moves from ADOM moving up. AKS, a steel name. Nice move up here off of $4. Has the 200 SMA in the way, but we'll see if there's any continuation in that. ARWR, nice daily setting up here back over the 50 SMA, trying to get over that 375 area for ARWR. 2 million shares came into the name on Friday. BDR, communication and equipment. Now this one is an under $1 name, but nice pop came up on the scanners Friday. So keep your eye on this BDR if you like to play those under $1 names. BIOS, also a nice volume, 1.2 million shares. Nice pop. High on Friday was 288, so maybe over 290. We might get that $3 break. Keep an eye on that. CBIO, nice pop here Friday. Buyers holding it above that $12 area and also the 5 EMA on CBIO. So, I would like some kind of red to green move possibly, or on an intraday setup, some consolidation. CBIO. CDEV, 1.5 million shares traded. The high Friday was 2033, so maybe over 2040 in that area. This is also an oil name, CDEV, and possible swing trade in that name. CF, an ag name, basing under this $42 area. Nice consolidation. We popped out of this, off of this 50 SMA, 5.6 million shares Friday. Possible swing trade in that one. CLMT, an oil and refining name. Almost 700,000 shares, finally getting over the 50 SMA, so I'll have this one on watch. Maybe a swing trade in this name holding the 100 SMA. FMI, diagnostics and research, came down to the 20 SMA, holding that, trying to break out over the 66 spot here on FMI. Only low volume on the shares on Friday, though, 181,000 shares. So that's a concern there on that volume, but we'll keep an eye on it. FTFT, big pop Friday, 5.5 million shares. I believe this used to be the old SPU stock. All right, I think this was SPU. The China name. So, I'll have this one on watch. Galt, daily chart getting back over the 50 SMA. Can go ahead and kind of see this little bit of a breakout here and getting above the 50 SMA out of that wedge. All right, so keep your eye on this one. Needs a little more volume though, but Galt, moving up nicely. GBR, oil name, nice pop, over 600,000 shares. Watch that 170, 175 spot. GBR. HMY, small gold name. And the reason I have this one on watch was that AUY made a nice move. Gold AUY. That came off of the move on Friday. So maybe HMY wants to follow another gold name, kind of being a little bit quiet here. It's under the 200 SMA, 1.9 million shares, HMY. So keep that one on watch. INFI. Nice pop here, 1.2 million shares in INFI, kind of breaking out of that consolidation here. All right, and you can see the chart line there. So, next spot, maybe it needs to get over, this 50 SMA, which is currently at $2.14. So maybe that 218, 220 break might keep that one going. IPI, one of these small ag names, trying to get over, this 430 spot on IPI. So maybe with CF, running like that, maybe IPI wants to play catch up. Potash also, moving up too. So keep your eye on IPI. that one might want to make a move. Sorry. JD, unusual call activity in this name. You see the double bottom down here off that 36. Maybe a little bit stretched, but if it gets over maybe 42.50, you might get a continuation move in this name, JD. Not an easy intraday trader. JD can be spready, so keep your eye on that. Mark trying to get up over, that 1075, 1070 area, maybe continues up through 11 on MARK, MYO. Nice pop Friday, 1.9 million shares traded. The obvious number here is the $4 break for for Mayo, but it also got as high as let's see, 410. So maybe wait for the high to be taken out of that 410 area for MYO. All right, and then next one up, NRG, possible swing trade in here. Popped, pulled back, popped again off the 50 SMA. If it could take out the highs from Friday, 28.50, possible swing trade in NRG. NXT, we traded this several times in the room Thursday. Also traded it on Friday. Sorry for the arrows here. That was our entries. So, maybe this one wants to make another move come Tuesday. All right, connected with blockchain NXT. Keep that on watch. ROYT, possible swing trade oil name here. If it can get up over these recent highs here of 178, 180. This one might be a nice swing trade. It's in the right sector. Oils have been moving up, so keep your eye on that. ROYT, volume expanding here also on the name. SAEX, nice pop here. Has the 200 in the way. The 200 SMA is at 318, so we'll keep an eye on that one. SGH, semiconductor name, coming up through the 50 SMA, 2.4 million shares in SGH, so that one looks interesting if it can get through 35. SGLB will be on watch. Big pop Friday, big volume, probably intraday trader there. SRCI trying to get up over the 50 SMA, which is up at 872, so maybe 875. Possible swing trade in SRCI. Keep your eye on that. SRNE, moving up here Friday. Biotech name. Looking for maybe a continuation move intraday on that. TRXC with that unusual call activity, trying to hold the 100 SMA. I'll keep my eye on this. Let's see how it sets up for the week. USAU. Nice pop, another gold name, USAU, small gold name, almost 900,000 shares. So this one will be on watch too, like that HMY. WPRT, 4 million shares traded. Watch it, if you can get over this 340s, 350 area. WPRT, another auto parts maker. So like I said, keep an eye on SORL also, all right, along with the other auto parts. WTW, Weight Watchers breaking out of this resistance support here. This channel, 3 million shares Friday. So we'll keep an eye on that one for possible setup. ZUMZ, trying to get up over 2175, maybe that 22 break on this one for a possible swing trade. Specialty retailer. All right, what I'm going to do now is that's your watch list for the week. I'll do some looks at the markets, and then that'll be the end of the video. All right, so here's our Nasdaq composite holding up well, holding the 5 EMA, a little bit of a pullback here from that 7,000 area, but not that much, still holding 5 EMA, holding above the 10 SMA there. The Dow Jones 30, same thing, popping for the week, got up to resistance, pulled back a little bit, but showing really good strength there. Gold, GLD, trying to get back above the 50 SMA, but some resistance up ahead, some work to do on GLD. IBB, Not much of action here. Still trying to get over that 107.50, 108 area. It's been in consolidation, but is holding above the 10 SMA for the IBB IWC. You can see, just basing here. We came up to that resistance, 97 rejected, and then pulling back, but holding above the 10 and the 5 EMA. IWM, same thing. Came up to resistance, pulled back, now holding above the fast moving averages and above the 50 SMA. Qs, same as the Nasdaq composite, came up to resistance here, pulling back, but holding strong above the 10 SMA currently. On the Qs, these semis have been, the weakest right now. Names like Nvidia and whatnot have been pulling back. We're under the 50 SMA currently. We have this kind of 100 SMA around 95, and this trend line around that 95 area on the SMH. And like I said, Nvidia has been pulling back, but still holding above the 10 SMA on Nvidia, but we are below the 50 SMA currently on Nvidia. And then in the SMH, Intel is the big stock holding in the SMH. Hit resistance up here around that 48, pulling back slightly to the 5 EMA on Intel. If we go ahead and look at the SPY itself, pulled up all the way up to resistance here, pulling back, holding in the 10 SMA. So all the markets pretty similar, showing strength, pulling back a little bit, but not too much weakness there on the markets. After they got the tax bill through, so markets showing good strength here. USO oil looking like it wants to break out. If we look at a chart of WTI crude oil, we held this $55 level, bounced off that, came up to resistance here around $59, $60 a barrel. So let's see if they want to break us up over that $59, $60 area on WTI crude oil. The VIX, we'll look at it on this daily chart. Finding support here at 9. I guess it's going to depend on what's going to happen the next few weeks with Korea, or is the United States going to go to war with Korea, North Korea? And but right now we are holding that $9 very important level here on the VIX, and not making big dramatic moves yet on the VIX, but 9 is very important right now on the VIX. Silver, popping off of this 1475, trading up near 1550, but a lot of resistance ahead on silver and gold, like I showed you. Nat gas, just drifting down, no real moves in nat gas, but yet, it's funny, LNG making a big move up. LNG, nice. Cheniere Energy, big pop up, even though nat gas not doing too much there. If we go ahead and look at some of the ETFs, the Spider ETFs, financials basing under this 2850 spot here, but holding above the 10 and the fast moving averages. We'll also take a look at the XBI, the biotech, trying to maybe break out here, holding above the 50. Looks better than the IBB. All right, so the IBB is like the bigger names, such as Amgen and Celgene, which took a hit. So the IBB is the larger biotech names, whereas the XBI, some of the smaller names like Juno. All right, that one turning back up, SRPT, things like that, and I guess stuff like Blue Bird Bio. So XBI actually looking better than the IBB here, and looking for maybe possible, breakout of this resistance spot here on the XBI. XHB, the home builders, steadily moving up here, holding this 5 EMA on the home builder names. XLE energy stocks broke out here on that, and moving up nicely. So energy stocks, we have a few energy stocks that we're holding for swing trades at the service zozostockwatch.com, and also we have let me see, what else did I want to look at? The XLV, not much going on there. XLY, holding steady. Consumer discretionary holding up. XME, continues up. All right, so materials, metals, mining, moving up nicely there on that. And then the retailers, after this breakout here, nice continuation move in the retailers. Doesn't look like Christmas is going to be bad for them. And I heard Christmas falling on a weekend is actually a good thing for the retailers. So, maybe we'll get some strong play in the retailers. As far as some of the bigger names like Apple basing under that 177 area. Boeing showing good strength here. Caterpillar, nice movement up. Cisco, basing under this 39 for Cisco. Microsoft, we'll take a quick look at some of these leaders here. Microsoft, holding above the 13 EMA there. Intel, I believe I showed you that earlier. Intel at resistance, pulling back, but still holding above the 5 EMA. Netflix holding this trend line right now, but below the 50 SMA for Netflix. Facebook, take a quick look at Facebook. Couldn't get through resistance, pulling back to this trend line here, and that 175 area looks pretty important for Facebook. What else did I want to go over real fast? Let's see, Amazon, our other leader, at this resistance 1200 area, and then Google, came up to resistance, pulling back a little bit on Google, but still holding strong here on Google. Some other names in the Dow stocks. We'll look at Pfizer pulling back to the 50. Nike dropped on Friday, so that one having a tough Friday after their earnings. And then there's Verizon holding up nicely. Visa basing here. Names like SQ down below the 50 SMA now, and PayPal. All right, that one holding the 50 SMA for PayPal. All right, so that's a little bit of around the horn, some markets. We went over the SMH, the Qs. Oh, the OIH I did not look at. Trying to maybe break out here, getting over 26, all right? Trying to break out over the 200 SMA, and then the next number here is that 26 spot on the OIH. And I forgot to look at the IYT. That's what it was. All right, and here's the IYT, the transports pushing out, breaking out of resistance here, about that 190 level. If we look at it, here's the transports, the Dow Jones transports, breaking out, holding above all the fast-moving averages, the 5 EMA. Jets is the ETF for the airlines. So the airlines pushing up, showing strength there. And then some other quick ETFs here. Hack popped, pulling back a little bit. Social, holding up there with Twitter actually being the leader right now. TWTR, nice breakout from this 23 and change, pushing up on Twitter. All right, so we'll leave it there. Hope you got your stocks to watch. You have the upcoming economic information. You have some markets. Wanted to thank everybody for being subscribers to the channel, to my YouTube channel. Please hit the like button if you like these videos. If you're new to my videos, please hit the subscribe button. All right, everybody, I'll see you back at the service for Tuesday morning, and come join me, zozostockwatch.com, and this is Mike from zozostockwatch.com.